Hello, everyone, and welcome to the void between reality and the land of heckin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we're going to be taking a look at Studio Series 86 Perceptor and G1 Reissue Perceptor. I was looking for the toy I was going to review today, and I just noticed them, and I'm like, double review. So this is two representations of the Autobot scientist Perceptor. One of my favorite sort of you don't really talk about him kind of characters. He doesn't get a lot of press, but I always really loved him because he turns into a microscope. I was able to get this guy in a 2-pack. They had Walmart 2-packs. What figure did I get with this guy? I think it was it Ironhide? It might have been. But yeah. So this is a reissue of his G1 figure, and then this is the Studio Series 86 figure. And oh no, it was Wheeljack I got with him. I just remembered. And so this would be a more movie accurate version of Perceptor, obviously being from the 86 line. And then this is him as he appeared in his original toy form. He did come with more accessories. He came with a pseudo missile launcher and missiles, but I lost those because I had this guy as a kid, and God knows what happened to some of the accessories on figures I had as a kid. Probably was taken by the missile gremlin, that dastardly missile gremlin that takes all of your missiles when you're not looking where they're going. So when we do double reviews, what we do is robot modes first, then transformations, or transformations to vehicle, and then transformations back to robot mode, and then final thoughts. So we will start, let's start with the original article, or the reissue of the original article. The G1 reissue, and of course we'll give you the customary look at the noggin. It's a decent noggin. It's a G1 noggin. Not super detailed, but it does the job. You see I have him armed with his little gun here, although it is kind of redundant by the gigantic murder cannon that forms Brian, you were taught all about the microscope and science, and you were a science whiz. Come on, man. The eyepiece, I don't know anymore. The actual oh, God. Mr. Roberts, I'm so sorry. That was my high school science teacher. I have failed you. But anyway, today was not a great day for science. If anyone gets that reference, I love you. But as for posability, it's a G1 toy. It is a brick made out of bricks, made out of still more bricks. Can't really do it with this arm because of the giant cannon, but arms do go 360. He does have a bend at the elbow. No waist articulation. The thighs can sort of rotate, but that's more or less for transformation. And he's got a bend at the knee. And I guess that counts as toe articulation, but that is strictly for transformation. Yeah, it does the job. It's a decent robot mode, and honestly, you're getting this for the microscope mode, and definitely not the shoehorned in tank mode, which we will get to. But yeah, there's the robot mode for the G1 reissue of Perceptor. Moving in to the Studio Series 86, you'll notice that the color scheme is a lot different. That's because this is going more for the movie accurate version, which is why he also has a different head sculpt. And I do kind of like this head sculpt a little better. But yeah, that's the head sculpt. As for posability, arms go 360. Bend at the elbow. The head can, keep forgetting about the head in these. The head can go all the way 360. You can get the transformation joint involved and kind of give him the arm flaps, so to speak. He can flap his non-existent wings. Like I said, bend to the elbow, no wrist articulation, but that's for transformation. Waist does do a full 360. Rotation of the hips, he can kick back that far, forward that far, and do the splits. You can get the hips, the sort of thighs, they kind of have a rotation, but that's more or less for transformation. But you can make him crab. He is crab. Crabceptor. Now, if someone could make a GIF of that and send it to my business email that's listed on my link tree, I would appreciate that. I think that would be a hilarious GIF. But that aside, he does have a bend at the knee. And with the knee joints, you can sort of get him into some good dynamic posing here. So he is fairly posable. Big upgrade over the original toy. He is very, very posable. And I guess toe articulation, but again, that is for transformation. So we'll start transformations. Fun. Robot mode is good. Good robot mode. For this guy, we'll start with his transformations. First things first, we're going to push in the head, fold that up, and take his gun out of his arm. Then we're going to push in his fists. We're going to open these black panels up here. Then we're going to turn the arms around and push them in. Then we're going to come down to the legs. We're going to take them like that, split it, and then turn them around at the thighs and fold that in. And then turn this around so that the techno labels are facing up. Fold out his toes, and then we'll fold this part, which I believe is the reflector, and then we have the stage, and then we can tilt his microscope, and there you go. There is your Perceptor, or G1 Reissue Perceptor in his microscope mode. It's such a unique and novelty mode, and I do like it. And you can turn, although I think the mechanism has broke, but you could turn this to extend this part, and you could actually look into this, but I think the thing is clouded over time. To go into tank mode, which is just dumb, you're just going to flip the figure over like so, take these and fold them, turn them around like that, and then there's these, you're going to notice the wheels here, you're just going to pull those out, and there is Perceptor in his tank mode. It doesn't really roll because there's no back wheels, but I guess they had to throw a vehicle in. Nah. Oh, this guy falls over. Come on, stand up, Proud Autobot. But yeah, there's the tank mode. Meh. Obviously, if you're going to display this in alt mode, you're going to display this in microscope mode. But we will put him over to the side and come to Studio Series 86 Perceptor. And we're going to take the gun out. Now, I really do like how this transforms. I think it's a really intuitive transformation, and it's actually kind of fun to do. So first things first, we're going to take the head, spin it around, and then we're going to fold it down, and that's going to fit right into that little cavity there. Then we're going to pull the arms down. We're going to take this piece here and fold, or actually, wait, we'll do that in a minute. We're going to take this part, fold it up and over, and just leave it that way for now. Then we'll take this part here, and there's a peg here and a slot right in there, and we're just going to peg that into that slot like so. Then we're going to take the arms, fold in the fists. Then, this fist's a little hard to get in sometimes. Then fold them all the way down and around like so. And those, there's a peg here and a slot right there. And that's just going to peg in on the side. And the same on the other side like that. Then we're going to come to the legs and just fold them in, or fold them around and in on those joints there. And fold down the feet. Then we can, this part doesn't fold down, but this part does. And then we can fold that out like that. And there you go. There is Perceptor in his, or Studios 86 Perceptor in his microscope mode. You really can't see through the top, unfortunately, but it does the job. I definitely do like the G1 microscope more, even though the colors are kind of off. I just think it looks a little better in a bigger scale, and I actually prefer the colors on that guy. To go into tank mode, it's basically the same thing. You're just going to fold the figure over like this, but this time turn the legs around so that the treads are on the outside. There's no wheels or anything, and then there's Perceptor in his tank mode. And it is stupid and ridiculous, but he can do it because the original toy did it, but they could have left this mode out. Okay, to go back in the robot mode, we'll start with this guy first. What you're going to do is just turn these around, fold them down, push in the, oh geez, I just noticed these are getting nasty cracks on them. This might be the last time this one's transformed. Okay, then just spin them around like, actually like that, so that his rub sign is pointing forward. Or actually, no, not his rub side, the sticker is pointing forward like that. Then we'll just come, lift that up, fold that in, and fold that in, then pull out his arms, swing them around, fold in, or close that black piece, come to the forearms, and there's a little slide that you'll push the hands out on. Then we're just going to collapse the cannon to the right side, and there's a little gear back here that you can pull the head up with, and we'll give him his gun. And there's G1 Perceptor back in his robot mode. And then pretty similar for the other one, we're just going to fold the legs around like so and like so. Turn that around so the feet are pointing forward. Then fold this up, fold out his arms and turn them around. Fold out his fists like so. Fold this piece down. You can then bring that arm up, and then you're just going to slide that over, and his arm will peg right in there. Then just come in here and flip the head up and turn it around. Close down, or close up the stage, and then give him his gun, and we'll bring in the other guy. And there you go. There they both are back in their robot modes. Would I recommend these figures in my final thoughts? Yeah. See if you can find a reissue of this guy, because the G1 version is probably going to cost you, let's just say you could fill several tanks of gas with the money you're probably going to spend trying to find one of the original G1s. But Studio Series 86 will come in a pinch. I do really like this figure. I like how flexible it is and how many different poses you could get him into if you were better at posing the figure than I am, because I suck at posing figures. But they're both good toys, and both high recommendations. I do really much. Come on, Brian. I really do like them. But yeah, there you go. There is Studio Series 86 Perceptor and the G1 reissue Perceptor. I'm asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. Just another reminder, and I'll be doing this for all the videos this month leading up to November the 1st. I will be attending the Maryland Toy Expo at the State Fairgrounds in Timonium. It is an amazing vintage toy festival. Or expo. God, I can't talk today. You're going to find a lot of really cool vendors and a lot of really awesome vintage toys. If you can think of it, it's probably there. And you have a chance to meet the one and only autistic nerd reviewing toys in his basement, or at least your favorite autistic toy reviewing nerd in his basement, out of his basement, which is a rare occurrence. And I will be giving out crisp high fives and the manliest of hugs. And yeah, that's it. So remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.